Okay, so good morning, students, and welcome to the another online lecture for this engineering graphics. Today we will start with the this unit number 2. We'll see the basics of this one. The unit is very simple. It is related with the two softwares. Okay, so they have given the two-dimensional software and three-dimensional software. Okay, so and you have to just remember the commands. Okay, so a few commands that is essential to draw the drawings. Okay, or three-dimensional object. So that only you have to remember. Okay, don't have to download any software or anything. So see, so this is your three-dimensional software. This is called as the solid edge. Okay, so this is solid edge is there. There are number of three-dimensional softwares are there. You might that heard of this CATIA, then ProE, SolidWorks, ANSYS. Okay, so many types of then SketchUp for civil engineer. Then there is one software that is called the Maya. Okay, that is used for gaming software. Okay, for preparing the gaming objects. Okay, so there are different types of softwares available in the market. Okay, and whenever you read, that means when you are in the higher classes, that means in second year, third year, and final year. So in your respective departments, you will get or you will require or you can learn this type of the software. So whenever you want, whenever there is any application is there. Okay, now you see here, so this is the solid edge software and this is used for the three dimensionals to prepare the three-dimensional drawings. I have already told you. Okay, so that means suppose if we have any idea in our mind and we have to prepare that model. Okay, so we can prepare that model in our first. You have to prepare. This is the industry procedure. Okay, so we have to prepare that in the first the modeling software. Okay, now I have prepared this model here. See this model I have prepared here. Okay, so this is what this is such one type of the operating wall. Okay, so this is suppose this is the inlet side and this one is the outlet side. Okay, so this can be used for the transfer of the water or transfer of oil. Okay, in the industry, and here there is a lever or handle, and we can operate the flow using this handle. So, and we call this as a flange. Okay, this rectangular part is there, so we call that as a flange. Okay, and these are fitted with each other by means of the nut and bolts. Okay, so we have fitted all these things. Okay, so this drawing, this we have prepared. Okay, we have prepared. Now we have to send this drawing to the see, we can't. This is my new model. Okay, we have prepared this new model that is not existing in the market. Now we have to manufacture it. Now, when you have to manufacture it, you have to send it to the manufacturer to the manufacturing machines. Okay, and so the persons which are working on that manufacturing machine, they don't understand this drawing. Okay, the isometric drawings. This is our isometric drawing, three-dimensional drawings. So they require that in the form of orthographic projection. That means they require its front view. Okay, so they require its front view, they require its top view. Okay, and they require its the side view. Okay, this direction, so this is left hand side view, and this direction, this is right hand side view. Okay, so this type of drawing they require. So then what they required, they have to go to the drafting software. They require drafting software. So there is one thing is there, so that is called the drafting software. Okay, so there are various type of the drafting softwares are there in all the three-dimensional software. The drafting software is there, but the most popular drafting software is what? It is AutoCAD. Okay, so in many, that means maximum industries, they use the what they use that AutoCAD as the software. Okay, for drawing the two-dimensional drawings. Okay, so that is there. Okay, so let me show you now. Okay, so we will go this after this. I will show you how to draw the drawings and everything. Now first, let me show you. We will start with the modeling part. Okay, so we will see what is modeling part. So I will show you first in three-dimensional drawings, and then we'll go for the AutoCAD. Okay, so you will remember the difference between these two. Okay, now let us start with. Now here you don't have to see. You don't have to download any software. Just remember the what that commands are, what we are doing. So see, this is the first command in suppose in three-dimensional drawing. So we have to first now see. I want to draw something here in this space. These are my quadrants. Okay. So first quadrant, this is first quadrant, second, third, and the fourth quadrant. Okay, if we consider this as the x-axis and y-axis. So I want to draw something here in this quadrant. So here we have three types of the plane. This is xy plane. Okay, this is yz plane, and this is xz plane. Okay, now we can select any type of plane. Suppose I'm selecting this ground plane. Okay, so this is my x plane. So when you click on this plane, so we are on that particular plane. Okay, we are on that particular plane. Now you can now you see here. Initially, before selecting the plane, these tools are highlighted here. Now when I select the plane, now you see this. When I select the plane, now I go to the drawing area. Now this is our drawing area. Now here we'll get the drawing tools here now. Okay, so here we have line, then we have this is curve. Okay, then the tangent curve, circles, rectangles, then we have the pattern, fillets. Okay, then trim. Okay, then offset. So every time whatever you required for drawing any object or any sketch, so you required here. You see this is here. It is name is here. It is what sketch. So we are drawing here a sketch now. Okay, first now we are in the drawing area. So this is sketch now. So you can use the line command. You can use the circle command, rectangular command, anything you can use. Okay. So suppose I am using this rectangle command. So here you see this is width and height. You can mention here. Okay. So see, I am taking some arbitrary length and height, but you can mention here the dimensions. Okay. So 100 by 100 or 100 by. So you can take the dimensions. So suppose this is 100, and I am taking this as a 200. Okay. So now when we take that dimensions, okay. Okay, so let me change. Okay, I'm changing. Okay, I have taken this one. So this will check the dimension. See, this is what I have taken height as a 200, and okay, and this is width is equal to 200. Now in three-dimensional object. Now suppose after that you require that. I don't want to require this as a 200, but I want this as a 100 only, and I want to change this 100 to the 200. So you can change that one. See here, this is the best thing that you can do in the three-dimensional software. Okay, so here we can change the dimensions. We can change the dimensions, but in AutoCAD, once you have drawn the line, suppose if you have drawn the line, one line there, and if it is of 100 line, so then you can't change the dimensions. Here I can again see this is 100. I don't want 100, but this is I want 150. So I can change it. So see, I can change that dimensions. Okay. Now the rectangle becomes how much? It is 150 by 200. It becomes 150 by 200. Now we will come out. We will come out of that the drawing area. We will come out of the drawing area. Okay. So see, we have drawn that drawn it here. Okay. So let us finish this. So we are now with this sketch. Now this is our rectangle. Okay. Now we have come out of the sketch. Okay. So this is rectangle of 150 by 200. Now I want to give some height there. Okay. I want to give some height to that rectangle. So see, we can give here. So that command is called as the extrude command or the protrusion command. Okay. So this is extrusion command. Okay. So we have seen in orthographic projections, we have to give some height. Okay, so we can give here some height. So here you see here, this is the height is given. So if I am giving here 100, so it will take 100 mm height. Okay, so this is 100 mm height. So now this is your rectangular box. So this is called the extrude command that is there in the three-dimensional drawing. So this is 100. Now you can also change here also. Now this is 100. I don't want 100. I want only 50. So if you click it here, so you can take it for 50 also, or you can change it into any dimensions you want. Okay. And if you're satisfied with the dimensions, then click it. Afterwards also you can select that particular that is extrusion, and you can change the dimension. So see, if you click on here the dimensions, you can change anything here. So 200, 150, this 50, you can change anything here. Okay, so this is our the dimensions. Okay, then we have the cutout here. Okay, suppose if you want here circular cutout, so you have to select the again you have to go on the surface. Now suppose you want here circular cutout. So I will prepare here one circle. Then you go there. Now you have to use the cutout tool or command. So cutout tool will what it will make? It will create the circular cutout. See, you select the circle, and now we have to cut it. Now where we can't cut upward because there is no material on the top side, but there is a material on the bottom side. Okay, so you have to take it on the downward side. So see, we have made the circular cutout. Now we have seen there in front view. Now see, this is not, the circular cutout is not visible, but for that circular cut, now in front view only this surface is visible. The front surface is only visible. Circular cutout is not visible. So for that circular cutout, we will get two dotted lines in the surface. We'll get two dotted lines for the surface. The points which are coming from the diametrical ends. So we'll get two dotted lines for that circle. The circle is visible in the top view. The circular cutout is visible in the top view. See, this is visible in the top view. Okay. So this is clearly visible in top view. So in one view only that cutout is visible. In all the other views, it is represented as a dotted line. That is a simple fundamental you have to remember. See, in top view, the circular cutout is visible. So in front view, it is dotted line. In front view, it is dotted line. And in side view also, it is dotted line. In side view also, it is dotted line. So it is visible in only, it is visible in top view. Okay. So in top view, it is visible. So in other views, it is invisible. Okay. That you have to remember. Okay. So cutout is only visible in the one view only. And other views, you have to show it by dotted line. So see, we have drawn this one. Okay. Now let us create another surface. So we can create here some rectangle again. So then we'll go for the drafting. So I have created one rectangle, sketch, next sketch. Then I am extruding this one. So this is extruded here. Okay. So we have created something like this one. We have created one model here. Okay. We have created this model. Okay. So these are the simple the tools for the three-dimensional drawing. Now suppose we have to draw its front view, top view, and the side view. Suppose we have to draw its front view, top view, and side view. So let me save this part. So this is our. So I'm saving this part as suppose the practice part. Suppose so. This is, we will save this one practice. Okay. Now we will go to the drafting software now. The drafting module. Okay. Now here, now you open that practice model. Okay. So let me. So this is this practice model we have done. So it comes something like this. So here. Now here you have to first decide what is the front view. Where in which direction you have to take the front view. This direction or this direction or this direction. So I'm taking this as a front view. So this is my front view. So I have taken this as a front view. Okay. So this is my front view. That means the direction of arrow is in this direction. So this is my front view. Okay. Now you close it. Now see here, drawing view layout is there. This is drawing layout. So the middle one is what? This is our front view. Okay. The bottom one is our top view. The bottom is top view. Now this is left hand side view and this one is the right hand side view. And this is our isometric. So I have selected, see, this is our position of the orthographic views. The front view, below that we have top view. On right, we get left hand side view. And on left, we'll get right hand side view, opposite views. Okay. So these are the four views I have selected, and I have selected also the isometric views. Isometric view also I have selected three-dimensional view. Now when you click the finish, and when you place it here, now you see this one. So see, this is your front view. In front view, it is visible. The circle is not visible. So two dotted lines for that two circle. This is the back surface. Now in top view, we'll get two rectangles and the circle. I have told you, see, circle is visible in top view. So in front view and side view, the circles is visible as a dotted lines. So see, that is a simple fundamental you have to use. Okay, so you see here, see in front view, we'll get this surface, this rectangular surface, and this surface here. We'll get two surfaces here, and for this circle, we'll get here dotted lines. Okay, on this rectangle only. Okay. Now in top view, we'll get this as this horizontal rectangle, this rectangle with the circular cutout. So that is there. Now in left hand side view, so left hand side you have to see it here. Suppose this is our right hand side view because we have drawn it on left hand side. So this is our right hand side view. This is our left hand side view. Okay. On right we get left, and on left we'll get right. So this is our right hand side view. So in the right hand side view we'll get this is L shape. And for this circular cutout, we'll get two dotted lines. So diametrically, it comes on the surface, and then we get the dotted line. So there are two dotted lines for this circular cutout. Okay. So see all the things we have drawn. Now you can give this dimension to this. So you can give the dimension to all the surfaces here. Okay. And then this drawing you have to send to the persons which are working on the machines. Now they can understand this type of drawings. Okay. So this you have to print, and then you have to send it to the persons which are working on the shop floor. So they understand this type of drawing, two-dimensional drawings you have to send to them with the diameter of the circles and other things. Okay, and then they understand. So this is called as the drafting. Drafting means what? Drafting means conversion of three-dimensional drawings into two-dimensional drawing. That means the orthographic projection. Okay, and the initially we have seen that that is our three-dimensional drawings. Okay, so that we have drawn here. So this is this is regarding the three-dimensional drawing, that is from the solid edge. Okay, that is from the solid edge. Now in our syllabus we have the AutoCAD. That means in offline practicals or for the term work, we take the practicals whatever we have drawn on the drawing sheets. So we have to draw it on the we have to use using the AutoCAD software. Okay. Now first of all we have to we have to see what are the different types of the basic commands that we are using for the AutoCAD. Now here you can download this software also. See, this software is free. If you that means those who are interested or those who are from civil engineering, okay, and mechanical engineering, and if they have sufficient the space or on their laptop, they can download this software because this is a free software. So you can on Google you can type as a Autodesk student Autodesk student AutoCAD. So you will get this the first link, and this is 1 year license is free for this software. Any software from this Autodesk you can download for 1 year, that is free. So you have to here sign in. Okay, just sign in on this the website. Okay, and then afterwards you download the software. Okay, so it will you have to here upload here college ID. Okay, so for verification, so that is required there. Huh?
Email ID कुठला use करायचा?
Email ID you can use any email ID you can use, college email ID or personal also, but they require the authentic proof for the student. That means you require some your ID card. Okay, so you can download here. If you have the ID card, you can go for this one. Otherwise, if you don't have, you can download it afterwards also. It is free. 1 year software. All the softwares of the Autodesk are free for students for 1 year. Okay, you can use it. So I have also downloaded it. See, I have put my ID card there, and I have downloaded this AutoCAD software. Now, when you open the AutoCAD software, okay, so you'll get the window something like this. Okay, so this is I have downloaded as 2019. Now the latest version is 2021. Okay, so you can download that also. So generally all the commands are same with a little bit of modification. Now we will start with this one. So see, in 3D software also we have started with the line. So this is the line. So this is the first point, and with the line command you can draw the line. We can draw the line. Now here you can see you can draw any. You can take the dimensions and you can draw the line here. Okay. So suppose I'm taking here. This is 500. Okay. So see, this is okay. This is not the that means a straight line. So I'm taking this as a straight line. Suppose this one. So this is I'm taking suppose 1000. This is 1000 mm. Okay, the dimensions are in mm. Now see here, this is 1000 mm. Okay, 1000 mm line I draw. Now in three-dimensional software we have seen. I have changed it. I have drawn the line, and then afterwards I have changed the dimensions there. I have changed the dimension there. So if you see here, this is 1000. Now see, these dimensions are not visible to you. Okay, so these dimensions are not visible to you. So how to change that dimensions? Okay, how to see that dimension? So there is a command that is called the dimension style. Okay, dimension style. So this is you can type the command. Okay, let me first tell you that one also. See, we have taken the line from this window line. Okay. Now here at the bottom there is a command line. There is a command line. Here also you can directly type the line. Suppose you have to draw the line. So you type here line and then press enter. So using that command also you can draw the line also here. Okay, we can draw the line. Okay, so either you take the line from here, okay, from the window, or you can directly type here in the command. You can if you type L also, it will give the line for L, or you type the total the total word, that is line. So you can get the line from there also. So in both the way we can get the command, that is from this windows, and we can get from the command line. Okay. Now we have to edit. Now suppose put the dimension. So you can put here dimension. Okay, you put the dimensions, you will get dimensions here. DIM. Okay, you can get the dimensions here. Or if you don't want to take the dimensions here, you can take the dimensions from here. Okay, sometimes it is very difficult to go. That is to find the tools in the window. So you can use the dimension command. So you can use the command line. Okay, so command line is used to get the that particular command. So if I type here dimension, so see now I can put the dimensions here. So this and this. So this is the dimension. So this dimension is how much? This is 1000. Okay, but now this is not visible. See, I have to zoom it. I have to zoom it, and then only it is visible. So we will change the parameters for that one, so that you can change using the dimension style. So if you type here dim, so dimension, it will give us the dimension style. So if you go to the dimension style, this type of window appears there. There you can click on the modify. You have to go to the modify, and in modify there are symbol and arrows, because there at the end there are arrows here. Okay, and then arrow size we will change. Suppose this is 5, I am changing, and text size also I am changing to suppose 5. Let us check what will happen. So I have changed two things, one is arrow and the text size. So we will see whether it is coming or not. So okay, no, still it is not there. Okay, so let us again increase the dimension style. So modify. Okay, so text height there, still it is not visible, so we'll make this as a 10. Here also we'll make this as a 10. Now let us see. Okay, so still it is not properly visible again. So we'll go to the dimension style again. We will change modify. Now here I will make this as a 20, and I think this will be somewhat bigger than 20. So go to the, yeah. Now see, now this is okay. Now this is somewhat visible. Okay, this is now visible. If you zoom it, now it is visible for that particular line. This is sufficient. Now see, after that 1000, there are 4 decimal points. So let us change that one also. Again, we'll go to the dimension style. Okay, modify. Now we have to change here the primary units, and in there precision is there. So I will make it only 0. So I will get only one thing only, or you will take 2 zeros or 1 0 here. Okay, like this. Now see here, after 1000, that is 0.0. So 2.5 or something like this will get, or you can get 1000 also. So this is the first thing, that means giving the, now what is the disadvantage here? Now suppose you are drawn the line of 1000, and then you that means you thought that I don't want 1000, I want only 500. Now here you can't change these dimensions. Whatever we have done in our 3-dimensional software, okay, in 3-dimensional software we have changed the dimensions. Okay, we have changed the dimensions. So I have taken the circle of some certain dimensions. Okay, suppose this dimension, sorry, some dimensions here 71. Now I can change here this to 80. I can change this into 100. So 10. So I can change anything here. Okay, in 3-dimensional software, that is the feasibility that is given in 3-dimensional software. But here you can't change the dimensions. Okay, you can, once you have drawn that line of particular length, so then it will remain as it is. Now if you have to make it short, then you have to cut it or you have to extend it. So that thing you can do now. So here you can see, you can make it 500 like this. Okay, like this. Or you can stretch it like this up to 640 or 690. But you can't change the dimensions from here, like just clicking on that particular value. So you have to use the another command. So this command is called as the stretch command. This is called the stretch command. You can stretch it, or you can reduce the dimensions. Okay, like this. So you can make it 200 or 500, anything. So that is the things are there. Okay. Then see this thing, what we have done, we have drawn the line. Suppose I have drawn one line here. Okay, I have drawn one line here. The second line, suppose I want as an incline. So you can make here the angle also. Suppose I want here the 30-degree angle. So you can make here the angle also. See, this is the angle is there. So at the bottom you can see this is the angle. So you can make here the angle also. Suppose 28 or 30-degree angle. So now this line is inclined at 30 degrees. Then this one, and then this one, like this. Okay, so see, I have drawn how much line I have drawn? 4 lines I have drawn. Now see, the second command is what? Polyline. Polyline means I will draw the same thing here also. Same type of the drawing here also. Suppose like this, and then this one. Now what is the difference between using the line and the polyline? Now if you click on the drawing of drawing using the line, see all the lines are separated. These are separate entity. Okay, all the lines are separate entity. This one is first, this one is second, this one is third, this one is fourth. So all four lines are different. But if you click on the polyline, if you click on the drawing of polyline, so it is a complete entity. So in one click, when you click, it select all the four lines. But when you click it here, it select only one line. That means using the line command, we can draw one entity only. One entity only. While using the polyline, we can draw the complete entity. We can draw total the structure. That means total entity as a one component. Okay. So this is selected as complete one thing using polyline. Okay. So that is the difference between the line and the polyline. Polyline means it is complete entity. All the four lines it is as a one sketch. And here this is total sketch. It is made up of four lines. These are made up of four lines. So it is a separate entity. Each line is a separate entity. Here all four lines is a single entity. Or okay, that is there. Then we have the circle commands. So here you can select the circle command. See, you can give. And here, if you see at the bottom, you can specify here dimension, or you can specify here the radius. Okay, so you can use the circle command here. Okay, like this. You can put the dimensions also here. See, now here we see when we put the dimension. So there is here it is written as phi 249.9. So this phi denotes what? Phi denotes the diameter. Okay, always remember this one. This is the MCQ. Definitely there the MCQ will be there. What is this symbol indicates? So when phi is there, so it is the diameter of the circle. Okay. Whenever we have to specify the radius, then capital R is there. Okay, there is capital R is there. Okay, that is for the semicircle. We will see that one also. See. So for circle, there are different things. There are different options are there. You can use this option and you can draw the circle. Okay. Now let us check the R's now. So we have different types of R's here. So I'm drawing here first. Suppose one simple line here, something like this. Now let us select the R. Now I'm drawing this is start, center, and end arc. Okay, start, center, and end. So you'll get a help also there. So start means this is the start point. Then we require here the center point. Okay, and then we require the end point. So this is what start, center, and end. So we'll get this as a semicircle. Now when you give the dimension to this semicircle, see, so it is not phi. It is not phi, but it is what? It is R. It is R. So whenever there is a semicircle, it has not taken the phi, but it is denoting with the R, radius, R304.6. And whenever there is a complete circle is there, so it is what? It is the phi. Phi means what? It is diameter. Diameter 249. This is radius 304. Okay, this is radius 304. There are also, again, there are various types of the options are available to draw the arc there. Okay, so R command is used to draw this particular type of the arc. Then we have the rectangular command here. Okay, we have rectangular command. We have polygon command here. So polygon command is used for what? See, here when you select the polygon command, when you select the polygon command, so it is asking about the enter the number of sides. Enter the number of sides. So if you enter here 4, so what we will get here? You will get the here. When you select this is 4, so I have entered the 4. Now specify center of the polygon. So this is the center of the polygon. Okay, inscribe in circle. So like this, like okay. So this one. So this is what? This is your square. This is our square. Okay. So first polygon. Now we'll go for the pentagon. Again, number of sides. So I'm taking 5. So you have to specify here. See on the cursor they will specify what you have to do now. Specify center of polygon. So this is center of polygon. Then inscribe in circle or circumferential of about the circle. So I'm taking this one. Now this is you can change the dimension, the radius. Now you have to give the radius of the polygon, and then this becomes the polygon like this. Now we'll go for the hexagon also. Now I'm taking here number of sides is equal to 6. So it will give me the hexagon. I have to select the center. Okay. Then inscribe in circle. Suppose inscribe in circle means inside the circle and then outside the circle. So this is the hexagon. So these are the polygons. You can select any number of sides there. Say 1 heptagon, 8 octagon. Okay, like this. So this is our square, pentagon, and the hexagon. Now I have told you what is the included angle in pentagon. So included angle in pentagon is equal to how much? It is 108. Remember this one. This is very important. Okay, MCQ questions for your examination. Included angle in pentagon is 108. Okay. Now what is the included angle in hexagon? What is the included angle in hexagon? What is the included angle in hexagon? So included angle in hexagon is how much? It is 120 degree. Okay. So this you have to remember. Okay. So they will definitely ask these questions in the examination. Include angle in hexagon is 120 degree, while include angle in the pentagon is 108 degree. Okay. So that two things you have to remember here. This is very important. Okay. Okay, now there are another things are there. This is the ellipse. You can construct here ellipse also. Okay, so there are certain methods here. The center. Okay, so here you see when you select the ellipse command, specify the center of the ellipse, then specify the end point of the axis. So see here we can construct here the ellipse. So you have drawn this ellipse by focus directed methods, then the rectangle method. So you'll get this type of the ellipse. Okay. So there are different options are there to select the ellipse also. So we will get here now. This is our this is called as the major. This is called as the major axis. Okay, the total line is called as the major axis, and vertical line is called as what the minor axis. So suppose I am drawing here. This is my major. This is my major axis. So I am deleting this one. Suppose this is my major axis, and the vertical is how much? This vertical is what? Vertical is my vertical is minor axis. Now see, these axes are extending outwards. Okay, I want this axis up to here only. Now it is extending. Now we have to use here one command that is called as the trim command. Now you remember this command is there. Trim command is for what? Trim command it is used for removing the extra part or extra line, extra dimensions. Okay, so here you have to select first this entity from. We have to give first boundary from where we have to cut. Okay, then we have to select what we have to cut. So I want to cut this one and I want to cut this one. Okay, now this is there. Now for this one also I have to use the trim command. So trim is what? Trimming. Okay, so in shaving you might have that shaving machine, it is called the trimmer. Okay, shaving machine is called the trimmer because it cuts the some that is extra edges. It cut the extra edges. Okay, so that shaving machine it is also called as the trimmer. Okay, now here what I want to cut, so I have to first give the boundary. Okay, then I have to select which part I have to cut. So I want to cut this as extra part, so I will remove this and I will remove this. Okay, now see I got here now perfect. This is my major axis and this is my minor axis. Now suppose if you want to give the nomenclature to this one, so you have to select here the text. Okay, so you have to specify here text. So this is suppose A. Okay, so this is A point here. Okay, so you have to select. We have to increase that the size of the text here like this. So again, it is very small. So we have to change that fonts of that the text. But you can give the text here. See, this is very small here. Okay, here this is very small. Okay, so you have to change the font here. So that is again you have to use the same command. That is now we are last time we have used the dimension. So dimension style. Now you have to use here text style. Okay, you have to use here text style or text size. So when you also use the text size, so you have to select that part. Okay, and then you have to increase the text size. So you can increase the size of the text using that thing. Okay, so this is our ellipse now. Okay, that is there. Now the next one is hatching. Now this is what the hatching command. So we have seen the section. Okay, whenever we cut any part, we get the section. So here, suppose if this particular part get cut, now we have to show here the section lines. Now here the section lines are not there. So you can use here any type of the texture here. You can use any type of here textures are given in this. So as a hatching. So suppose I am using this texture. So you can put it here and you will make this enter. So you will get the texture. Now here this is because of very the small here. That's why here that texture is not coming. So let me check again for the another one. I will take this for the total one, whether it is coming or not. We'll check. taking total dark lines. Let me take the another texture, suppose. See, this is because these textures are very small. See, these are the brick texture. So this is coming something like this here. Okay, so I'm taking here the brick texture in this part. Here also we can take the brick structure. So like this. So this is the brick structure I have selected. So we can here, this is our, suppose this is our section. Okay, something like this. Okay. Now let us go for the next the commands now. Okay, so these are the commands are there. Okay, these are the commands. Now we'll see the other. Now suppose I have drawn one circle. Now I want the same circle. I want the same circle now. So I want to copy this circle. So which command you have to use? You have to use what? Copy command. So I know now copy. I know that when we use the copy command, so we can copy it from the base point. So this is the, I can copy this one, the circles. So I can copy it anywhere, something like this. Okay, like this. So this is the copy command. This is the copy command. So in copy command, we can make the copy of that particular entity. Now suppose I want to move this circle from here to another location. So I have to move. Move means what? I have to take which command? Move command. So MOVE, move command. I want this to move from this point now here. So when I move that circle, so that circle is not there now. We have taken that circle to the another location. So that is our what? Move command. That is our move command. Now, that is the move command is there. Okay. Now let us take. Now we'll take that one. Suppose this is our rectangle. Now I want to rotate this rectangle. I want to rotate this. So rotate command. Rotate command means what? So you have to select this entity. Okay. Then from where you have to rotate that in that particular direction. So you can specify angle here also at the bottom. So we can rotate this in any direction. Suppose I want it now horizontal. So you can make it horizontal like this. So rotate command, it change the direction of that particular the sketch. While move command, it will take it from one space to the another space. So that is our move command. Okay, that is our move command there. Okay, so so these are the commands. Then okay, so trim command we have seen. Then the delete command is the okay. We can directly delete the object using the delete command. So like you can select also, or you can press the delete button, so that will that will remove everything from that from the working area. So we can remove it from there. Okay, so that is the things are there. Okay, so so these are the different the different types of the command that we are using in the AutoCAD. Okay, so line command, that is used for drawing the line. So we can draw a single line. We can draw the single entity for using the line. Using polyline, we can draw the complete entity as a line. Circle commands, okay, then arc commands, then rectangle, polygon. Okay, here polygons are there. Then we have ellipse command here, and then we have the hatching command. This is hatch command is there. So that is hatch command is used for the section. Okay, so here we can, then here in case of the dimensions, we have the linear dimensions. If there is inclined dimensions, we can use angular dimensions. Okay, so whenever we have to measure the angle, we have to use angular dimension. Okay, then align dimension. Okay, this is the align dimension. Then for the arc, if you have to measure the arc length, so that is the arc length here. Then whenever you have to measure the radius command, diameter. Okay, so like this, these commands are there in the dimension. Okay, so these are the different types of the commands are there. We have seen this as a move command also. This is move command. Then this one is rotate command, and I have told you about the trim command also. There is also one command is there, that is mirror command. Okay, mirror. So the mirror command means what? Mirror command means if you have the rectangle here, we can make the mirror of this one. We can mirror the same rectangle we can make. So that is the mirror command. So you select the object. Then we have to specify 2 points here. See this one and this one. Okay, and erase the source object. Whether you want to erase object or you want to keep it. So I want to keep it. So no. So see, this is the second rectangle is the mirror image of this one. So mirror command is used to what? Mirror command is used to form the same image. Okay, so mirror image of that particular thing. Then we have here the fillet. Okay, now this is very important. Fillet command. Now fillet command. So fillet command, it produces. If you select a fillet command, then you have to select you have to select the first object. Then you have to select the second object. Okay, and then you have to specify the radius. Okay, so here, let me check here. The radius I am giving suppose first. So radius is suppose, here I have to give suppose 100. And select first object, select second object. Okay. Whether it is done. See here, it is very less. Okay, let me increase the radius. I'm taking the fillet on the other side. So radius, I have to give the radius there. So I'm taking here 300. Now select the first object, first line, and then select the second line. So you will get here. See, this is the fillet. So fillet means what? Fillet means it is the curved surface. Fillet means what? It is a fillet. Now why we are giving the fillet? Now if you have seen the table, there are sharp edges around the table. Okay, and that is very dangerous for us. Okay, sharp edges are very dangerous for us. So that's why on the dining table also, or the tables which are there. Okay, the glass table. So or your laptop also. You see your laptop there, or you see your mobile. You see your mobile. At the corners of your mobile, there are not the sharp edges. They are not the sharp edges. Okay, but it is a fillet. The fillet is given. Why fillet is given? Just because the fillets make it a smooth surface. Okay, and they are not. They will not make any hurt to the operator. Okay, so that's why the fillet are given to the surfaces. Okay, we have removed here the corner. See this corner is somewhat dangerous for us. Okay, corner it may create injury to us. This corner, see corner. Okay, so we don't want corner there. We want fillet. There. So fillet is used to make the smooth surface, the round surface. Okay, we'll make here the round surface. And there is another command that is called the chamfer. Now chamfer gives the here, if you see here, chamfer gives here the slope. Yeah, the chamfer gives the slope here. So that is the difference between the fillet and the chamfer. Chamfer gives us the slope here. If you see here, the chamfer gives the slope here. Okay, I see in here it is not curved, but it is a slope. So whenever you want to give the slope, you have to use that means some angle is there. We have to specify some angle there, and it will give us the chamfer. So the chamfer, it gives the angular slope, and fillet gives us the round shape. That is the round shape here. Okay, so maximum times we use the fillet. We use the fillet whenever we want to remove the sharp edges. So we have to use the fillet. So fillet is used to remove the sharp edges, and chamfer is something like this. You see, I'm drawing here only. So see, if I draw like this, so then this is the chamfer. This is chamfer. Okay, so we have removed the sharp edges, but now this is slope. Okay, and this is what this one is what? This is the fillet. Okay, the highlighted part is fillet, and now this is highlighted part is what? Chamfer. Chamfer means here it is slope is there. Okay, so, and this is what? This is the fillet. So that is the difference between the chamfer and the fillet. Okay, so that two things you have to remember. Then afterwards we have this rectangular array. Rectangular array means what? We can make the pattern. We can make here the pattern. Okay, like this. Suppose if you have one rectangle, you can make here 6 rectangles, 7 rectangles. That is in an array. So that comes something like this. Okay, so we can make the array of that particular sketch. Okay, so circles. So 6 circles, 8 circles within the particular distances. Okay, so that we can make. Okay, then we have this is the offset command. Offset command means what? Offset command means, suppose if I have this line, now if you use the offset command, offset means what? It is taking some distance. We have to take this line to some offset distance. So offset true. How much distance you want? Suppose I want here 200. So you select that object, and then you make the offset of that line. Now what is the distance between these two? We have given 200. Now let us check whether this is 200 or not. See here, this is the 200 mm distance. So what we have done, we have just shifted that line. We have offset that line. Offset means what? We have shifted that line from the original position to the distance of 200. Okay, so that is called the offset. The offset command, it is used for shifting that particular sketch from from the original location to the given location. So I have specified here 200. So that's why it is showing the 200 mm distance. Okay, the line get offset by 200. Okay, the line gets shifted by 200. So that thing we have to remember. So see, these are the different types of the command that we have to use here on YouTube. If you go to the YouTube and if you search the basic commands of the AutoCAD, so you can see the various types of command they have that means they have explained different types of the basic command there. Okay, so you can refer that one also. In examination, they will ask the simple things. Okay, so for what purpose the trim command is used? So trim command is used for removing the extended surfaces. For what purpose the mirror command is used? For what purpose the offset command is used? So likewise, there are simple things are there. I will give you all these details in your notes. Okay, for the second unit. So don't worry about that one. And those who are interested to download the software, they can download. For others, if you don't want to download, okay, don't go for it. Just watch the YouTube videos only. Just watch for second unit. Just watch the YouTube videos, the basic commands of AutoCAD. Okay, and I will also give you the notes for this one, unit number 2. In next lecture, what we'll do, we will solve one problem, that is the from the engineering course on this AutoCAD software. Okay, so this is all for the today's lecture, and we will meet in the next lecture with the solution of the engineering course in the AutoCAD. Okay, so thank you very much. So we'll stop here then.